Hey, what's going on everybody? So today in this video, we are going to go over the make.com basics. So basically in this video, I'm going to cover what is make.com and then how you can use make.com to automate your entire business process with it. So we will also going over the systems that you can like create and the endless possibilities plus basic make.com functions that you should know in order to use make.com. So let's get started. So basically, what is make.com? So make.com is nothing but a tool that will help you to connect two applications. So it will basically a bridge between two applications that will help you to communicate between those two applications. Let's say for example, if you want to pass data from one application to another application, make.com is a tool that will help you to do that, right? So the question arises that why make.com? Because there are a lot of tools like Zapier, Pabbly, Anatane, right? All of those kind of tools are there. Then why we are selecting and going with the make.com? So basically this is my take, my opinion, right? That make.com is one of very flexible, reliable and affordable solution out there in the market than any other tools. Like if you can compare it to Zapier or Anatane, make.com is way more flexible, way more customizable, way more reliable and affordable, right? So the pricing part, so basically pricing is very affordable. So basically there's a free plan in which you can get 1,000 operations per month, which is more than sufficient if you are just starting out. Again, they also have a monthly paid plan, which is like $10.59 a month if you choose monthly. But if you're paying annually, it costs you around $9 a month, right, for 10,000 operations. Now if you think that okay, I want to like automate maybe around 3 to 4 things in my business, this plan is most suitable for you. Right now, if you are an agency or if you are a very large level business where the operations are very large and you believe that it will consume a lot of operations, like let's say like more than 10,000, more than 50,000, then what you can do, you can select any sort of this number of operations that you need from the drop down, and the price will be according to that. Right now, if you compare it with Zapier or any other sort of a no-code tool, it is way more affordable than that, right? So that is why this tool is like very handy when it comes to automation. Also, like the second key factor in this is like the integrations part. So make.com has a lot of integrations. Basically, I think more than 10,000 integrations it has. So whatever you want to automate, you can automate through make.com. So yeah, let's look at that as well. Integrations, what's that? Okay, let me put myself aside for a moment. Okay, yeah, let's do one thing. Make.com integrations. Yeah, so if you can just look at that, make.com has a lot of integrations. Basically it has all the apps, all the famous and most frequently used app on their platform. So yeah, because of this reason as well, make.com is like very flexible and reliable. Now let's create account at make.com. If you don't have any, or if you have one, just sign into your account and then we can go over each function, each basic function in the make.com. So I'm just signing to my account because I already have not one but many account. But yeah, so just signing into your account. I'm not going to show you how to sign up, how to sign in, that you already know if you are watching this video, right? So yeah, so now basically let's first go through the navigation menu, right? So organization, under this you will see the analytics of your account, basically how many operations you have used so far and how many operations you have, basically which plan you have opted for, and then it will also show you like how many you have consumed so far, right? So basically here you can see it will show you the trend of operations consumed by you on a daily basis. And also like on a free plan you will get 512 MB of data transfer, so it will also show like how many of that you have used, right? So this is the first thing in the dashboard in the organization tab. And under that you can see like active scenarios, like so whichever scenario is active in your account, it will show it here. Then we have a team. So basically if you want to add a team, so you can do that. Basically if you want to invite your operational or marketing automation team to this particular account, you can do that so that they can work around your workflows and systems, right? Then we have a user. So basically let's, for example, if you want to invite a new user in your account, so basically these two are like kind of a different. So this one is for like the whole team. Like let's say for example, if you want to invite a marketing team, the whole marketing team through email group, you can do that. Or if you want to invite an individual user, you can do that by clicking on this button. You click on this button, add all of these things, and then boom, that user will be added. Then under that there's a subscription tab. So basically on this tab you will see which plan you have opted for, and then if you want to upgrade upgrade to any other plan, you can do that as well. Under the payment, it's obvious that how many whatever payment you have done so far, it will show it here with the invoices. Then install apps. So basically if you have installed any sort of apps from third party, it will show it here. Then variables. So basically So all of these are like organization ID, organization name, left, zone, domain, everything is stored here. So if so this ID you can use to log in basically, and if you want if there's any sort of app that requires the organization ID, you can use this data particularly. And then scenario properties, right? So again, this is something that you don't need to worry about, right? Okay, so now let's look at how you can what exactly all of these are all of these components are. So the first thing is the team. So here you can see if you have any if you had added any sort of team from your organization, right? After that, user it is basically the same thing that I showed you on the organization tab, and then notification option. So you can select you can customize this setting in order to get the notification, right? And then the variables, it is the same thing again, like just for the team one, not the organization level. Then we have a scenario. So basically this is where we can the real stuff happens, right? So basically, let's say if you want to create any kind of automation, you can create it from here. But before we jump into that, let's first cover all of these options. So templates, basically this is the library of all the different kind of templates that make.com has in their repository. So basically you can find basically all of templates around Google Sheets, Shopify, Instagram, Facebook, Google Drive, and everything. So let's say, for example, if you just look at this one, so what this particular template is doing, it's syncing the Notion database to Google Calendar. So basically whenever like you have any kind of a meeting recorded in the Notion base, it will automatically create the event in the Google Calendar, and then it will automatically sync that to the Notion database as well, right? So for example, this one, so basically it is generating the ChatGPT completion from the Google Sheet row. So basically it will get the data from a row from the Google Sheet, and then it will like perform the operation on that data through ChatGPT, and then it will again return the output in the Google Sheet. So these are the basic level of templates. So like if you just starting out, you can use the template, use these templates to understand how actually make.com is working. After that, there's the connections. So basically whatever connections you have, you are going to create with third-party applications like Instagram, Facebook, Drive, all of will be showing here, right? So you can always come here and check all the connections that you have, and if you want to remove or add any sort of connection, you can do that. Of course, you cannot add it from here, but you can verify, authorize, or delete the connection from here if you think that that connection is made by mistake. So you can do that. After that, there is a webhook. So basically this is the list of webhooks that you have created so far in your account. So you can show that here basically, and you can always like delete, edit, turn on or turn off the webhook. And also like this is showing you the number of data that is in queue. So basically at one time you can only process up to 50 data in queue, right? Not more than that. If there are 50 data, more than 50 data in queue, it will not process that. So yeah, then there's a key. So basically if you have created any sort of a key during your scenario building, it will show it here, right? So we will talk about it in the later videos, because it's a bit of advanced concept. And then more section, you can see if you have any data storage or data data structure, or if you have created any custom apps. So all of these are like very advanced things, so we will also like cover that, but in the later videos. So now so like I think we have finished everything. Now let's talk about the main thing, the real stuff in the make.com that will help you to create automations, which is the scenario. So now in the scenario section, you will see this one and this thing. So on the left side, you will see the list of folders. So you can just click on this plus icon and create a folder, and in that folder you can store a particular scenarios, right? And in the right side you can see there are 4 tabs, all, where you can see all the scenarios that you have created. Active means all the scenarios that are active, inactive scenarios, and the concept. Right now if you want to create a scenario, just come over here and then click on this new scenario. Okay, so now here you can see there are a bunch of other things, right? Again, do not overwhelmed by this. I'll explain each and everything. So basically now let's first go over this, like what is this plus icon. So basically once you by default it will open the list of application that make.com has integration with. So let's say for example if you want to connect Google Sheet, what you can do, you can just type Google Sheet, and then you can add a module from Google Sheet. Any model that you want to add. Let's say for example if I want to watch new rows, whenever like there's a new row added, I want to get the data from that, right? So I can do that. I can connect the I can add the connection. So basically what you can do, just click on this add button, and from here you can name your connection. You can basically give any sort of name. Let's say I'll give paste name, and you can sign in with your Google account, and that's how you can connect the Google Sheet or any sort of application basically. Then there are 3 search method, basically by path, by manually, and then select from all. So let's do search by path, and then you can also like select this my drive, shared drive, or shared with me. So yeah, this is how you can connect the Google Sheet. Basically I am not going into the detail of this how to connect all of this, because for that we will have a separate video in like next 2 to 3 days. So yeah, now click on OK, and this will be connected. Okay, so that's how you can add the module. So now let's say for example if I want to connect Google Sheet with ClickUp, how can I do that? So you can just do that by click on this plus icon, or you can click on this plus icon, click on ClickUp, and you can select any sort of module, and then you can just drag that module here. Okay, and you can like do that, right? So from if you are going to add it from here, it will not directly connect it to the this module or afterwards module. But if you want to connect directly, just click on this icon and select the module, right? Yeah, that's how you can select the module and connect multiple modules to each other. So yeah, that's the sort of how to add module and how to connect module to each other. Now let's talk about each and everything here. So this is the play button. So let's say, for example, if you created a scenario and now you want to test it out, the whole scenario, what you can do, you can just click on this play icon and the scenario will be run, right? So let's do that. Okay, so test, yeah. Now if I click on this play icon, it will run and it will return all the values that has been there in the rows, right? Again, that's how you can run the entire scenario. But let's say, for example, there are multiple modules and you want to only run this one module specifically in order to get the data from that module. What you can do, you can just hover over the module which you want to run and then right click on that module and then run this module. Click on this one, run this module, or you can also like click on this choose where to start. So basically, if there is a module that is going to trigger, you can see this option where you can choose like where to start. You can choose it manually. You can like click on the all, right? If I click on this one, AP5, and now if I run this module only, it will return this data, right? URL 1 is AP5, number of pages 13,000, row number 4, everything. Okay, so yeah, that's all about the running the module. Now this is the scheduling button. Basically, if you turn it off or turn it on, every 15 minutes it will run this particular scenario, right? So you can also like change this one. You can change minimum time frame is like 15 minutes, and it also like you can add some advanced scheduling where you can let's say, for example, if you want to be specific about where this particular module is going to run, you can add that time frame like from 8 to 10. You want to run this module in the whole day, and after that you don't want to run this module, you can set that, right? So yeah, then this there's a button. So by just clicking on this button, you can save the work that you did. You can save the scenario. So click on that and it will be saved. Always you can also use this shortcut. If you are on a Mac, you can use Command plus S to save the module, or if you are on Windows, you can use Control S to save the module, just like in Google Sheet or any other software. Okay, excuse me for a moment. Okay, so now this is the setting one. Here you can do bunch of settings for the model. So this we will cover in the later part of the video, like in other videos, right? Because it's something that needs a separate video basically, and we need to have some example for this, right? So yeah, but again, just stick to the basics. So if you are, let's say, if you are like using error handlers or repeater module, basically want to store the incomplete executions, right? So in that case, just click on this yes button and then click on OK, and it will store the incomplete execution, and then it will execute those operations later on. Now there's a notes, like let's say, for example, if you want to add some notes to the model, you can do that, right? Yeah, you can do that as well. You can see all the notes around that model. Let's say, for example, if you want to add a note, right? Let's say this is new row trigger. Okay, so yeah, the notes are added. Now whenever like you click on this notes, you will see, okay, this note is for this particular model. You can see like this very light straight line. So it is indicating that this node is belongs to this particular model, Google Sheet, right? So now there's a auto align. So let's say if I add ClickUp module, and if I add another module, tools get variable, and now if I, let's suppose if I do this. Now if I let's say if I want to align that, just click on this and it will auto align that, right? Just like that. Now this is the explain flow. So basically it will gives you an explanation of like how a particular flow is working. So like how data is flowing throughout the system. So you can see here is the dots floating around, right? So it is showing you that. And there's the 3 dots. So basically first one is for export. So if you want to export this blueprint and want to share it with someone, you can do that. Just click on this export button, it will be exported, right? Now if you want to import a blueprint from somewhere else, let's say for example someone shared a blueprint with you and you want to export that entire blueprint, you can do that as well. Let's do that. Okay, so yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, so blueprint has been imported here. Now we just need to set the connection to all of this module, and then we are good to go. This is the flow control tool. So basically for all of this we will be having a separate video where I will be explaining each and every function of make.com. So basically this video is all about how to navigate through the make.com and then create a scenario, and then how to use basic function that will help you to create, save and modify the scenario basically, and like how to add modules and everything. So yeah, this video is around that only. Now let's say for example if you want to change your profile, you can just click on here and then do whatever changes you want to do with your profile. there's a resource hub as well. So there are a lot of articles around like how to use make.com, how to connect a particular module, how to set a few particular things in make.com. You can always do that. If there's something new coming up with make.com, you can always click here and then know about that, right? So yeah, this is all about make.com. Please like this video and subscribe my channel because on this channel I'm creating video around AI automation and make.com that will help you to make real money. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till then, bye bye, take care.